A church or a temple or a mosque may not seem the most appropriate place to take pictures of strangers. But if you follow basic rules of respect and decency, it may be quite easy. This tutorial will show you how I do it. On a Sunday morning, I walked to the nearby church early enough to have time to greet the people before the Mass, and here is what I found. I had my camera around my neck, so everybody knew why I was there. I started with this sequence of a young lady walking toward the entrance of the church. I included the cross in the composition and noticed the color of the skirt, which was adding contrast to the shots. I had just a few seconds to take this shot of an elderly waiting outside the church. The cross on the wall and the squatting position of the man seemed interesting to compose with. The colors played together well too. Then I went into the empty church and found this teenager in traditional clothes playing with a smartphone. The specificity of this church is to be lit by huge crosses made of glass bricks. Some windows on the side bring soft light too, and this family was perfectly lit for a triple portrait. I had just a few seconds again to work on this triangular composition. After that, this young man went inside to get ready to sing. Inside, the priest was reading his Bible. After greeting him, I took this shot over his shoulder and then that one. I had time to improve a bit my framing and then left him alone. And then the Mass really began, with the young man performing gospel. The two crosses gave me the opportunity of a good shot. From this moment on, the people were so concentrated on the Mass that I completely disappeared to their eyes. With this young man, I could get as close as I wanted and take time to get the best composition. In a church, do not forget to follow the rhythm of the people. This was a time of prayer, so I found an empty space behind this boy. What was written on his shirt was worth a picture. This man was so deep in prayer that I had the opportunity to take good shots without bothering him. I tried from one side, then from the other, and had the luck to get very close to him. This was a single shot opportunity. The light comes from a window, but doesn't it look like the very light of faith? From this man deep in prayer, I had time to take two shots, improving my framing on the way. Like on the previous one, the light gives sense to his concentration. I tried to get a good shot of this teenager singing gospel, but the light was poor and the teens too shy for a good picture. When I got this last series, I knew I had done my job. The cross brings sense and light to it, and the lady is traditionally dressed up. Then I simply left the church and let the people pray together. So now comes the time of the editing, the time of choices. Remember, keep only the best series and delete the bad ones from your memory card. It keeps space for the next day and nobody wants to see your bad pictures. And when your memory card is full, store it carefully and start with a fresh one. So here are the pictures I kept from the series you just saw. I kept this one because of the red skirt that seems to respond to the white cross of the church. There is a sense of humility to this shot and of simplicity as well. For the same reasons, I kept this one too. The man is squatting below the level of the cross and the colors play together well. I kept this one because of the innocent stare of the infant, the caring gesture of the mother, and the proud look of the grandmother. This shot is full of sense: a guitar, a Bible, and a young man. The touch of pink provided by his bag brings color interest in an otherwise monochromatic picture. I kept this picture simply because of the glasses the man is wearing. They bring a sense of seriousness to the shot. Here, the two crosses framing the young singer come in contradiction with the electric guitar. The young man is not a rock star but a gospel singer, and the shot doesn't need words to explain it. In this shot, the cross in the background takes 1/3 of the space, and its light attracts the eyes at first sight. Then it's easy to understand what this young man is doing. The reasons why I kept this shot are obvious. The teenager wears his shirt like a sign, and, although the background is blurred, we understand straight away where we are. From this series I kept two shots. The first one because it shows a bit of the whole church, and the second one because of the obvious cross in the background. The colors work well together too. This was a one-time photo opportunity, and I think I didn't miss it. The lady is deep in faith, the color of her traditional dress responds to the one of the background, and the light brings an air of deep happiness to the shot. As for the previous shot, the light on this one does it all. The man seems to be illuminated by the light of his faith, and his humble position gives even more sense to it. This last shot almost looks like a painting. The cross is overwhelming and the light is perfect. Here I must say I had to wait quite a long time to get it perfect, and when I got it, I knew my job was done. So that's all for today. Don't forget that taking pictures in the church is like taking pictures underwater, and that your every move can be disturbing. Be humble and respectful, and you'll do it too. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thanks for watching.